before I talk about how AI is going to destroy the meaning of your life as you know it, and I know that sounds really bad, there's going to be a bunch of good stuff too, so don't worry. But I just want to say, look, like, listen to this message. If you just turn off the video after this, just listen to this. Your life's already started. It's not about the destination, because there is no destination. The destination for all of us is death. I know that sounds a bit like bad, but it's true. Like, none of us are getting out alive. None of us are going to live forever. And you're waiting for this thing to happen and then for your life to start. And the truth is, your life's already started, and you just got to start living. So anyway, I've said that. So start living, live in the moment, try and be present, because honestly, you're not guaranteed tomorrow, and we don't know what tomorrow brings. I can tell you right now, over the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, the world as we know it ceases to be. It all changes. Now, how humans navigate that change will decide whether we have a better life in the future or a worse one. But I can guarantee you this: if you miss this opportunity right now to make lots of money using AI, you will become a victim of AI at some point in the future. Now, that victim might actually end up being, you have a better life, but it might end up that you have a much worse life. Because if, like me, I take a lot of sense of meaning of life, and a lot of my purpose, a lot of the reason for me being is entrepreneurship. I enjoy making money. I enjoy helping other people make money. I enjoy business. I enjoy talking about money and investing and all entrepreneurship. I like that. Like, if you personified my ego, that might not be proper English, but let's pretend I went to school and learnt stuff. If you personified my ego, I would say probably 80% of the self-worth and value I get is probably from my identity as an entrepreneur or a business owner, or at least it is at times. Obviously, I'm a father, I'm a boyfriend, I'm a son. I've got other interests, but like, if you wanted to boil me down into a blooming soup, I'm a businessman. And yeah, I'm not Elon Musk. I don't want to be Elon Musk. I'm not the world's best businessman, but to say where I came from, council estate kid, broke parents. My dad became a taxi driver when I was a teenager, but before that, we were brought up on the dole. Everybody said I'd be a bum. Everybody said I'd be a loser. I told people I'd become a millionaire one day. Everybody was like, no, you won't. You're a loser, Matt. Like, literally, my first girlfriend said, look at you, Matt. You're nothing. You're a nobody. You're never going to make anything of your life. My teacher, head of year, I won't mention his name, said I was more likely to end up in prison or on the dole than do something with my life. Thanks for the belief. And when I was a bin man, I was a bin man for about a month maybe, during one summer as an agency bin man. And I told the bin men that I was going to be a millionaire someday, and they laughed at me. Anyway, 22, 23 million plus sales later, I became that multi-millionaire. So believe in you can achieve, folks. And remember, it's not about the destination, because look, you make 20 million, you don't go, yes, I've made it. But I can tell you right now, if you'd have told the 18-year-old me, once you've made 20 million, will you be happy? I'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, that don't do me. Once you made 20 million, it's like, okay, well, how do I make 30? How do I make 40? How do I make 50? Do you know what I mean? So, like I say, it's not about the destination. There is none. It's about enjoying the journey. It's about being present in that journey and all that stuff. But anyway, I don't want to make it all esoteric, and I'm not going to start coming out with, what's that dude? I can't remember his name. He's good. His audiobooks make a pinging sound though when he's reading them. Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle. I'm not going to start going all Eckhart Tolle and live in the present. I'm not going to do that on you, but like, you do need to balance life. Like, it's not just about the future. Like, some people are like, well, I'm going to sacrifice everything now to do this and to do that, and then when I'm 65, I'll have a good retirement. Look, a lot of people die before they hit 65. You never get that retirement. So it's like, what's the point? So make sure you live in life. But anyway, AI, as we know it, is going to decimate your worldview. If you're entrepreneurial, if you're a business owner, it's going to decimate your worldview, because there's going to be mass unemployment, or mass, I won't say mass unemployment. There's going to be, I mean, there will be, but there'll be mass job losses. because AI and robotics are going to disrupt every industry. And if you think, no, they won't disrupt my industry, you're incorrect. They will disrupt every industry. The only protected industries are going to be the ones that the government mandate must be done by humans. I don't know what they'll end up being. It's a humanities problem. We're all going to have to figure it out. But I can tell you right now, AI robots will be better surgeons, they'll be better pilots, they'll be better lorry drivers, they'll be better plasterers, they'll be better builders, they'll be better everything. They'll be cheaper, faster. They won't have breaks. They can go 24 hours apart from charging their batteries, and that'll be switch a battery pack out. In fact, there might even be a robot that brings the battery pack to them so they don't even have to stop. Like, if I was making robots, I'd put 2 battery ports on there. When one battery runs out, I'd plug another battery into it, take that battery off, charge it, and just keep doing that so the robot never stops. Robots will be that fast in the future, you'll need a strobe light to be able to see them. So it's like, robotics and AI are going to redefine everything. I saw something about Apple saying that, I think they put some research paper out saying that AI is a load of garbage and it's just like pattern recognition or something, or it's just like, Apple, come on, we know you're rubbish with AI and like you've done nothing. I'm an Apple shareholder, I'm a fan of Apple, I'm not an Apple fanboy, but I'm definitely a happy Apple user. Like, I've got iPhone, I've got MacBook Pros, I've had loads of them. If you saw how many bloody Apple products I've purchased over the years, you'd be like, fanboy. Not a fanboy, they're just, if you're a professional selling online, it's your tool of the trade. And any excuse you get to get a new one when you can afford it, you do. But yeah, like, I look like an Apple junkie. But like, they've done a terrible job of the AI stuff so far. I think they've done some partnership with OpenAI and stuff, which is kind of playing into the hands of the enemy, because OpenAI isn't that 49% owned by Microsoft. So I don't know, but I can tell you right now, is it called Apple Intelligence? I ain't even got it on my phone, it's garbage. When I used it, absolute garbage. They are missing the boat, whilst they're making them stupid bloody goggles to live in a virtual world that nobody wants. Like, everybody's passing them by on the AI stuff. And they could have made a car. Did they make a car? No, they didn't make a car. So it's like, I don't know. Pull your socks up at Apple, you're getting left behind. And that's from a fan. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, AI is going to disrupt everything. There's nothing safe. There's no safe jobs. There's no safe businesses. Everything. Right now, it's disrupting customer service online. Like, you can get bots that do the customer service. Yeah, most of them are rubbish, but some of them are quite good. You can even get like phone bots that talk voice to you, and the voice is amazing. It's going to disrupt the movie industry. Soon, you and I are going to, I mean, arguably already for Americans if you've got access to it, but you can use that VO3 and you can create movie quality, like better than movie quality, like visuals and audio with a single natural prompt. So like, it's going to disrupt everything. So now Hollywood that thinks they need $100 million to make a film, no, some 14-year-old squirt's going to make some $100 million grossing film out of bloody AI prompts. And I tell you what, I mean, it's democratizing creativity and stuff. So it's like not just the boring jobs, like soon accountancy is going to be done with AI. I mean, it's disgusting that it's not already. When you've got products like Xero and QuickBooks, and essentially the glorified spreadsheets to a certain extent, why can you not just go, here you go, sort my accounts out? No, won't be long. So you name it, you name the industry, AI and robotics are going to disrupt it. Robotics is going to take a little bit longer, but when you look at the Chinese robots that are here and Tesla Optimus, how fast that's progressed, like you realize we're not looking like into the future now. I mean, I thought this was going to happen when I was in my teenage years. I'm 45 now, but it's here. It's just around the corner. 5-10 years, there's going to be robots everywhere. And people laughed when they said that about computers. They said, with like computers, there's going to be one in every home or something. I've got a computer in my hand now. It's a phone. I was going to say I've got a computer watch, but it's a Rolex. It's using the old mechanicals. But it's like, there's loads of computers in the apartment. There's loads of computers in this apartment block. There's computers in washing machines now. Like, they're very simple, but like everything. is a computer now. Computers are everywhere. And people laughed in the 70s or whenever it was when they said there's going to be a computer in every home, when they were the size of a building, like a supercomputer was worse than a calculator is now, and it's like the size of a house. Like, they laughed about it, but now they're everywhere. They're tiny and they're just crazy. I mean, if you've watched one of the micron, I don't know if they're called micron, but these microscopes that go in, go watch a video of a microscope, like one of them electron microscopes or whatever you call them, going into a silicon chip, right? You think, oh, okay, that's small, and it keeps going. And you're like, wow, that's really small. Like, you know, the intricate, like, I don't know what you call them, but the actual, like, intricate, it keeps going in, and you think, when's this going to end? And it just keeps going in, and you realise how miraculous the technology is, and how it's gone from the size of a house to, like, massive power in chips the size of less than a pea, like unreal. Well, robotics is the same way. So if you're thinking, well, I'm 25 and I'm just starting out as an electrician, well, by the time you're 45, there is no electricians because they're all robots. Unless a government says, no, we want human electricians. But why would they? Why would they? You know, they will protect some industries. I don't know, we'll see which ones. But it's like, whatever you protect, you're going to lose out to competition abroad. You think China are just going to roll over and go, yeah, all right, US. You tell us what industries you want to protect, and like you don't want us to have an unfair advantage by having a million robot workforce in this factory building these whatevers of the future. You don't want us to have that advantage. Yeah, we'll do that. Well, what would you like us to cripple and just use humans for? Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. So the only way you could prevent something like that is China's got this million robot factory that's making widgets, and the US would have to put a tariff on the widgets coming into the US, but it doesn't stop China making them. They'll just sell them to here, or they'll sell them to wherever or buy them. Do you know what I mean? So, or they'll find ways around the tariffs. Not that they'll need tariffs. The world changes in the future, and we're very, 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 very close to it changing forever, and we're on the cusp of that change. Now, we are on this curve. This is what's going to happen. It's like, as technology adopts, it's not like an S curve. A standard S curve is, I don't know if it would be the right way for you, but is that S? It's either that or that. I'm doing a back to front S there just for you. But like, technology usually goes sideways like that and then goes boom, and then it goes like that. I don't think that's what's going to happen with AI and robotics. I think it's going to be exponential at some point. So I think we are on this, and we're just taking off. We've got, I don't know how long the time frame is before it goes like this, but when it does that, everything changes. All bets are off. Entrepreneurship changes, jobs change, everything changes. It could be for the better. Some people predict a very utopian future whereby people don't have to do drudgery jobs and there's more freedom and creativity and blah, blah, blah. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. It could get dystopian very quickly as people think that we can control AI, general AI, or ASI, artificial general intelligence, or artificial super intelligence. Imagine being an ant trying to control humans. Like, imagine an ant down there going, hey you, looking up at me. Hey you, do what I tell it. I just stand on the ant. In fact, I don't even notice the ant. The ant's not even significant to me. That's what the whole of humanity will be like that to artificial super intelligence or general intelligence. The mere thought that we'll be able to control it is ludicrous. So all bets are off for the future, which brings me back to my first point. There's no destination. The destination is, let's hope the destination is you have a nice, quiet, painless death in your sleep when you're in your 80s, 90s, 100s, or whatever. That's the nicest situation that you could wish for, really. You live out your natural life, you see these technological changes, none of them are super negative, and you pass away in your sleep when you're very old. Lovely. Reality is probably very different, and I don't want to get into this in this video because whenever I talk like this, I upset people because I don't have a utopian view of the future. It is a very dystopian view. And I do agree with Elon Musk. One of our only chances is going multi-planetary. If we don't get off this planet, assuming this is not a simulation, which I've not ruled out, but if we don't get off this planet, we're toast, essentially. It's not the sun, getting closer to the sun, we're going to burn to death. No, we'll wipe ourselves out. It probably won't be nukes. Probably won't be some like bio weapon or a big asteroid. It'll probably be AI that does it. But we are here, boys and girls, and going back to my original point, it's not about the destination, because I don't know what the destination is. When I was 20, I could predict a destination-ish. I can't predict nothing now. Nobody can. Nobody's got any answers for these technological changes that are coming, that we're rushing towards. AI, robotics, automation. Nobody's got any answers for it. Nobody. They just say, we need to talk about this. If they're smart, they're like, we need to discuss this. But nobody's got any answers. Nobody. Change is coming. We're here, right? You can ride that wave because there's an AI gold rush. You ride that wave right now. You spend the next few years riding the wave, you get rich. Now, getting rich in the future might not mean anything. Might be pointless. But think of all these powerful families, royal families, oligarchs, old money, that have got masses of wealth and assets. Do you think that they're going to go, well, all of my families, like my family through generations has had this wealth and power and we've had a good life, but now everything's changed, we're just going to give it up? No, they're not. So wealth, presumably in the future, is still going to mean something, because those in power with the wealth are going to want to continue to be in power and with the wealth. So if you've got money and assets in the future, I think they'll probably be worth more to you than they are right now. I don't know how the future rolls out, but I can bet you can bet your bottom dollar that having options, having money, having wealth, having assets is going to be a much better situation than not having them. So you need to spend the next 3, 4, 5 years doing your very best to get rich, so you fix the problem for your future bloodline, if not for yourself. Okay? So with that being said, you missed the Bitcoin, you missed the internet or e-commerce. If you're not already rich, you miss those things, right? What's the next thing? AI. It's just the truth. Ask anybody. If you want to plonk yourself in the flow of money and capture as much of it as possible, you need to do something in the AI space. That's not writing love letters to your ex using ChatGPT, or writing raps about your best friend and all this crazy things that they've done over the years. You can make this amazing rap. Yes, I've done lots of that. You can have right banter destroying your mates by like putting all the little things, all the little digs in that you've got on them that you would put into a best man speech, put them into ChatGPT and like, write me a rap about this and then send him as a voice note. Hilarious, amazing, but it ain't gonna get you rich, right? So now you need to ride the wave of AI. If you don't, you're in the have-nots. And maybe the have-nots have a wonderful life. Maybe we get the utopian future that some predict. But what if we don't? And maybe it is the haves and the have-nots, and those oligarchs and those old money families still want to keep their control, keep their advantages, keep their better life. So there's some form of monetary system and some form of capitalism continues in the future. It'll have to be reimagined, but they're not going to want to give up all that stuff. So if you're in the haves, you have options. If you're in the have-nots, you are a victim of the state if they want a dystopian future, or you are a beneficiary, is that the right word, of the state, benefactor, I don't know what I'm saying, but it's a single take, phone, upload, I ain't editing, so I'm not going to sit there and go, what was the word I was thinking, let's chat GPT it and do an edit. No, it is what it is. This is a one take rant. I'm just yapping here. But do you want to be the haves or the have-nots? We don't know what the future holds, which is why I'm saying enjoy the journey. It's not about the destination. There is no destination. Your destination is death, and then everything you've acquired gets divvied up, right? So have experiences on the way. Make sure you enjoy the journey, enjoy your life whilst you're moving towards this, your future goals or whatever. Enjoy your life, make sure you do, because we don't know what it holds, but you owe it to yourself and your future bloodline to make sure you're in the haves and not the have-nots. So you need to try and get rich, and the best way to do it, you missed the internet, you missed Bitcoin, the next one's AI. So that's what I'm going to be talking about on this channel going forwards. I know you want me to talk about sunny, beautiful Dubai. I am literally, my back is sweating. I don't know if it's humidity sticking to me or sweat or what, I don't know. I just had a shower. I've just been to the pool for half an hour, no sunscreen, half an hour sun every day, top my burn up, and then I've been in the shower, and then I've come outside with nothing on, and now I'm sweating, so I'm gonna have to go in the shower again. But I thought I'd make this quick video to tell you, look, It's about the journey, it's not about the destination. Try and be present, but think about a future and make sure that you're on the right side of it. You don't want to be in the have-nots, you want to be in the haves. The barriers to entry for normal people to get rich using AI have disappeared, because everything you couldn't do before, let's say you needed to write a one-to-many sales process, a sales vehicle funnel. You couldn't do that before because you didn't have the skill set in copywriting. You could do it now, and it's just one click, dead easy. It's like prompt, boom, done. Let's say you wanted to code some software where you couldn't do it before, now you can, one click, prompt, boom, done. Let's say you wanted to do some design stuff, you couldn't do it before, like now you can. Like you can be a logo designer, you can create amazing graphics, thumbnails, whatever. Everything you couldn't do before, you've got digital assistants that are masters at it, like Einstein, digitally, you've got access to. And what are you doing? Writing love letters and diss raps to your best mate, which is amazing. You really should do that. But like, that's a hobby. That's a hobby. Diss tracks to your friends, hobby. No, that's the stuff you should be doing on the side when you got 5 minutes for a laugh, just to touch base. Like destroy them with a rap, and then let them destroy you with a rap back. And have a rap battle written by AI. Great fun. Anyway, digress. You need to learn AI. You need not just learn AI, you need to learn how to make money with AI. And that's what we're talking about on this channel. I'm currently running some one-to-one clients, students, mentees, whatever you want to call them, through a business model that I've got lots of experience in, but we're not doing it the way I did it in the past. And I made millions and millions of dollars doing it the old way, when it was hard, slow, expensive, you needed a high skill set. Now I'm teaching normal people that have got no experience in business, no experience in AI, no experience in tech, clueless people. I'm not saying that about my clients, I'm just saying, like, I could take Julie from Next Door Neighbor But One, that's all she's ever done is walked a dog and watched bloody EastEnders. I could take her, and I could take her through this process, and it spits her out at the end with a business that looks like she's spent $1 million on it, and it could generate income like she spent $1 million on it, but it's Julie. That's all she's ever done is smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, and watch Sky TV. I can take her through this process. It's that easy now, but nobody's doing it. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody knows how to do it. I do, and that's why I'm doing it one-to-one with people. But in the very near future, I'm lowering the price point to try and help more people, and it's going to be a group thing. So this is one-to-one, I'm helping them direct, and they are getting fantastic value from that, because I would say 50% of them, more than 50% of them would be knocked out of the race already if it wasn't for my guidance, but they're all still in the race, they're all still at it. And the things, the trouble points that would have knocked them out by their admission, one guy, day before yesterday, admitted to me, like, he was ready to quit. I sent him a voice note and basically spurred him on. As like, I told him, it was not just motivational, it was like a problem solving / motivational / experience sharing thing, one-to-one. I just sent it to him. The next day, so yesterday, I jumped on another call, and the problem that he had that was ready to knock him out, and he was down in the dumps about it, sorted, dealt with. Now he's over the moon, he's motivated, he's moving forward. So it's like, sometimes one-to-one is like so powerful, and you don't know until you've had a mentor how powerful that can be. But you know what, if you can't afford a one-to-one mentor, and I gotta say, if I do open up that one-to-one stuff again, it probably won't be that cheap again. Maybe I'll do it one more time at that cheap, but after that it's gonna get a lot more expensive, because I'm too busy. I'm sweating cobs. Sweating cobs, that's dead English, isn't it? They're British. Do they even say sweating cobs, or is that like a Midlands thing? Anyway, sorry for all the random tangents, I am sweating. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna be doing a group coaching thing where I teach you how to use AI, whoever you are. I mean, I like to work with people that I think can make it work. So actually, Julie, that's only ever watched Sky News, I wouldn't let her on it, because like, she ain't gonna, not Sky News, she ain't gonna do anything with it. So I am selective over who I let on. But of the 9 calls I had, 7 of them became mentees, you know? So open it up to a wider bunch of people with a lower price point. I'm going to be a bit more selective, I think, in that process. We'll see. Just because like lower price point usually attracts lower quality people, and I know that sounds a bit negative and bad. I'm not saying you're lower quality, but tends to, because the people that are the people that get it are willing to invest whatever it takes, and they just get it and then they get results. Whereas people that are like, no, I want everything free, all they ever do is nothing. They just park it on their digital shelf, their hard drive, and never look at it. Do you know what I mean? So I've got to balance it right. I don't want to make it too cheap and attract riffraff. And even as a group basis, helping riffraff's difficult. So yeah, I've got to get the balance right. Not too cheap, not too expensive, lower the barrier to entry so I can help more people. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping now. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're going to have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.